Hello and welcome back to Touhoumon Road Link Device. In the last part, I did a side quest for Watson to go to the new Mobville that's old, and as to turn off a generator, and as a reward he gave me a Thunderbolt TM that I used on Luna. And there was also a VVT there that acted like a legendary. I don't know if they actually were one though. Pokemon's done this a couple times where there's like an overworld battle that feels like a legendary, but it's actually just normal Pokemon. Um, the only time I can really remember is in Black and White 2. Your trainer, berries grow by soaking up sunlight. We help the berries grow by watering them regularly. It's an expression of love, ain't it? Sure. Yes, yes, you understand what I mean. You should take this. Thank you, another berry that I will one day maybe sell. The berry is rare. I hope you raise it with loving care. Gonna need it for all the money I end up spending on Pokeballs that I need to catch legendaries. Yeah, in Black and White 2, there's like a Volcarona. It's a really good Pokemon that you can just find in like the ruins underground. You can catch it. Pretty good. Then I think there was another event where like you could find a bird on like a certain day of the week in one of the areas. I don't know if they did that in any other games, but they've done it at least in Black and White 2, where there's just non-legendary Pokemon you can just catch, and they seem like legendary encounters, but they're not. I think that was a legendary encounter just by the fact that it had special music. Because normally those in Pokemon, those not legendary encounters that seem like legendary encounters, they clue you in to the fact they're not legendary encounters if you don't know what the Pokemon is, by the fact that it uses the normal wild Pokemon music. Although I feel like there's been at least one case in in the Pokemon where they used the normal Pokemon battle music against a legendary. Maybe I made that up. I don't know. Anyway, the right way is right over there. I'm pretty sure right leads to the end of the route, so I'm going left where there's all this stuff. These routes are pretty big apparently. The series is like the like mid 20s of parts now. Because I've been recording so many parts. I will adopt the movements of Bonica and create new ninja techniques. Answer Loaded went on for like 70 something parts, the longest series ever done if you don't count jam games, which are like over 150 now. So if this game ends up being as long as that, that's the wrong move. I meant to use Crunch, which was in the bottom right slot at some point, and I just mentally assumed it was Leaf Blade. That's gonna murder me, yo move. Never mind. I forgot. Kagura is kind of a defensive tank, isn't she? So if this series ends up having enough extra content to be close to as long as Answer Loaded, then this series already being in the mid 20s really doesn't mean much of anything. Even just looking at the base Fire Red, like the part where I got to Gary, Rinko, when they were the rival and not the protagonist, Garinko, that was part 40. I feel like that the rate I'm going, will I reach the champion by part 40? I don't know. Depends on whether the creation of new ninja techniques is but a distant dream. That will depend on whether the new stuff they add, like the other region, happens before or after the champion. I mean, a big reason why it took until part 40 to do that is because there's the whole like Sevi Island side quest that you can start before, and that happens before the champion, and that was just added on to Fire Red. Ice Beam. I don't need that as much since Marissa has Ice Punch, but you know, anyone can learn that. Ice in Pokemon, really interesting type because it's awful defensively because it has so many weaknesses, but it's like really good offensively because it's good against so many types. Nope, only Flapjack can learn Ice Beam, and they already have Ice Punch. He sure has less power, but then again, her attack stat is so much better than her special attack stat that giving her a special attack move is foolish. Who might you be? Are you perhaps searching for ancient ruins that are rumored to possibly exist according to legend? I don't know, man. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. They're challenged by Ruin Maniac Chip! Chip, I say. Chip, that's the name of that, that little companion guy that Sonic hangs out with in Sonic Unleashed, right? You're fighting type, right? I thought you were just a ground type. Yep, I need to get the hell out of here, don't I? Yep. Yes, I do. Sonic Unleashed. I'm pretty sure I've told this story before. How, my very weird experience with the Sonic franchise. How the first thing I really saw Sonic. So the trailers for Sonic Unleashed, and I was like, that game looks cool, I want to buy that. I want to get that, I want to play that. But I didn't remember the name of it, I just remember it was Sonic, so I asked my dad to give me Sonic. So I rented Sonic the Hedgehog for the Xbox 360, also known as Sonic 06, also known as one of the worst games ever made. So I got that for a weekend. And that game was awful. It was great, and the best part about that game is that if you don't beat the Sea World before you lose all your lives, you go back to the very beginning of the game. So I think I did that like 3 times before saying fuck this and stopped playing it. But that's not even close to my worst experience with Sonic, because I had this game on the Xbox Kinect. Awful piece of hardware that is. Called Sonic Free Riders, which is the worst game I've ever played, bar none. It's the worst Sonic game. Sonic Free Riders is the worst Sonic game. I'm not even like, it's not even to debate this. Every other Sonic game, fucking Sonic 06, the other bad ones, so many to choose from. At least they work. Sonic, the worst thing a bad game can have is bad controls, because it just makes everything frustrating, and Sonic Free Riders is a broken mess of video game that I for some reason forced myself to play through at least one story mode of. I think that game may have like contributed to early anger issues in my childhood or something, because that game made me so angry because it doesn't work. Yeah, Sonic Free Riders, worst game I've ever played. And the weird thing is I was a Sonic fan for quite some time, despite my overall experience with the series being so negative. In fact, because the only real positive experiences I can think of with like the games, at least I watched like some of the shows and stuff, is I played demos of the original Sonic games, which I knew were good, and I had Sonic Unleashed, the like one good Sonic game I owned and played. I really liked that game, and it was apparently enough for me to have a positive opinion of the Sonic series, but despite having played more bad games than good ones. Other than that, like, what else did I play that was Sonic? Like, Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games with Mario on the DS, I like that game. Yeah, they remade Sonic Generations, didn't they? They made one with, like, Shadow. It's me, the devil. Kind of thinking of maybe playing that because I like Sonic Generations so much, but the problem with that is A, it's a AAA game, it's pretty expensive. B, I don't have a controller adapter. Playing a Sonic game on a keyboard doesn't sound like a very good idea. And C, I'm kind of busy at the moment with, you know, this and Fantasy Maiden Wars, and if I decide to play Jam games again, I don't have really room to add anything. But maybe one day, if I ever get a controller adapter. Okay, we're just moving on to Route 121. There's much more trainers. The music didn't even skip a beat. We're just continuing on here. Right, Route 1... Wait, say that again? Route 121. I need to find Route 123! I can catch a Neek Aki. With a Safari Zone here, there are powers beyond understanding in the world. Can't you see that I have all this stuff with me? Despite that, you still insist that we battle? Why do they do this? Why do they pin the blame on your character? They looked at me and declared a battle, and you're telling me I'm the one who did this? No. Franco, just want to continue on here. It's really cool looking Seki Monkey sprite. Okay, what should I use here? I should punch Seki Bonky because you're probably a dark type. You're a puppet dance performance at least. I will air slash this die you save because you look like a grass type. Right, what was I talking about before I started talking about Sonic? Iniwari! Fairy thing. The flower fairies. That time where I did the cover of stage 6 and Pool 10, and I was running out of thumbnail ideas, so I was like, here's the big bear with the flower, I'm calling her Paula. Paula now. Kill. Oh fuck, it's you. I wonder what stupid ability they gave Seiya. Probably something to do with things doing the opposite of what they should do. Let's use Thunderbolt for the first time since we've got this move. I haven't found anything super effective against... or weak to electric since I got this move. Killed Seiya instantly though. That's pretty good. Bug Buzz. I have to wonder what type that is, considering I don't think Bug is a type. Maybe it is. Did I just, like, miss it? I need to heal again. Or is this, like, the end here? I feel like I'm about to reach, like, an area. I'm saying like too much. Can't say like too much. This is it's a pause. You're not supposed to have your speech. You get points off when they grade your presentation. I have lost. Of course I lost if holding stuff in both hands. You can't claim doing videos is helping you practice talking to people when you talk wrong and you use the like words and the and words and the filler words. You're supposed to use those words. Well, these actually look like useful berries. The ones that heal status conditions, and not the ones that... Oh, a super effective fighting type move will do less damage. One time and then it's gone. How does this work in competitive, by the way? When you use a berry in competitive game, does it disappear, or is it infinite use? Because there are some Pokemon games where you don't have unlimited access to berries, right? There's like a once you use it, it's gone kind of thing. Stop. Have a good look at my precious Bonica. So I think I was about to talk about something else before I talked about Sonic. But it's gone, so I'm going to talk about something else instead. I was going to talk about this last part, but then I was like, it's nearing the end of the part, I probably should talk about this, because who knows how long I'm going to talk about this. Talk about Fantasy Maid Wars, because it's what I'm thinking about, because it's coming out soon, and I'm going to play it. The funny thing is there are so many of these parts, I've recorded so many of these parts in advance, that there's going to be quite a couple episodes where I talk about Fantasy Maiden Wars coming out that are going to be uploaded after I've already started uploading Fantasy Maiden Wars videos. But you know, that's just the nature of how I record the videos. If I had the ability to just, I don't know, stream stuff and upload it the same day, I don't know if I do that. I don't really want to stream anything if I even had the chance to. But no, it's to have an actual schedule. I need to record stuff on one day and upload it over the course of like a week or two. Shadow Punch. I don't know why, you just gave off like ghostly vibes. I don't think you're a ghost type. I don't know what you're weak to make ghosts just hit you. Oh, how dare you? Don't take it so seriously. Something you take too seriously. Personally, I took it easy on you this time. It won't be that way next time. Sure. What are you assholes doing? Okay, we're to move out to Mount Pyre. Alright, thanks for that. Yep, that's the Safari Zone, which I think is completely optional. You don't have to do it at all in this game. Right, so game wants me to go to Mount Pyre. I can go to the Safari Zone. You know what I want to do more than anything? I want to see if I can get to Route 103 already and catch my last Pokemon. Is there a healing station like anywhere around here? Filled with rare waiting to the Safari Zone. My team's kind of not looking as good as it could. Let's put Run right here. So there's a couple trainers here. There's you guys. How many repels do I have? I should probably buy some more at some point. Together, we're fearless. We'll demonstrate how tough we are. I do have to wonder where this... I assume I'm going to get stopped if I keep trying to go to the right and not go to Mount Pyre yet. I don't look at the map and see where do I go to get to the parts of Route 123 that allow me to get into the grass. I don't know. So the topic I was going to talk about with Fantasy Maiden Wars is something I was thinking about yesterday. Is what characters am I going to use? Because I guess a bit of a spoiler here. Every character that matters in Touhoumon, so basically all of them from 6 to 12, are playable at some point in that game. And a couple PC98 characters are too. So that's a lot of potential characters I could use. Although they have vary wildly in how available they are. I blew it in front of my junior student partner. So I guess I can just kind of like go through the characters and think, am I going to use that character? And then in the process I might end up spoiling stuff like their availability. So I guess it's minor spoiler alerts for Fantasy Maiden words while I talk about this. Ahead looms Mount Pyre. It is a natural monument to the spirits of departed Bonica. Mount Pyre Pier. This sign is old and worn out. The words are barely legible. Okay, where can I go? This isn't the right thing. Your map is in your bag. Where do I go to get to Route 123 again? Down here, apparently. So can I just surf past Mount Pyre and continue on my merry way here? So I'm pretty sure I have to go to that route later anyway, so I can just deal with the trainers on that route later. Let me go downwards. Yes! Over here. Route 123, the music's even back to a previous route theme. Do 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 do. Forbidden to the faint of heart. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Pick these sparkling berries. It takes so long. Citrus berries are good healing items, yes. Said I was going to talk about this Fantasy Maiden words thing, but now there's more things that are distracting me. It's a problem when I make videos. I try to talk about things, but then things happen that distract me from talking about the thing, so it takes forever for me to talk about the thing. Look at all the things! Me catching the next team member is kind of the most important thing. Right here we are. Grass. Grass on Route 123. Is the right route, right? Why is there so many cut trees? Look at this route. Okay, that's the cliff that I looked at earlier. And this is like the start of the route, is it not? Yeah. Okay, let me look at my thing again. Route 123, yes, that's just what I wrote down. Yep, Route 123. Alright, put Lona in the front, because she needs to paralyze things, although she is kind of dying. That's probably fine, because I can just like run to the nearest Pokemon Center and fly back to whatever later. Because I'm gonna need to go to the Pokemon Center to get this Pokemon anyway, because my party's full. Hey, you wanna, oh, right, I have a repel. That's why nothing's happening. Duh. Not you. Not you. No. No, Misty, I'm not using you. There she is! Aki. This is the last team member. She's level 26. Oh boy. Yep, I'm using Aki. Because she's part, she's Faith Steel. Two types I don't have. So, seems like a neat thing to use for a team member. Also have an idea for a name. You know, Aki's a neat character, I guess. She's not my favorite anything, but you know, she's pretty neat, I guess. I need her to not die somehow. Faith Steel. What can I hit you with that wouldn't do that much damage? I think Faith is super effective against Dark, yes, so this should be weak to you, maybe? Look at her, she's winking. I like to do that sometimes. That was one thing I noticed when I was getting into Touhoumon. I was mainly looking at, like, why is this super effective? I didn't save state, did I? Whoops. Oh, we gotta do that again. Okay, there's the other one. Let's save state this time. Whoops. Scarlet Flame Flandre? The person who uploads, I guess used to upload. I'm pretty sure they've been gone for a while now. They upload the 10-minute extensions of Touhoumon music. One thing I noticed when I was first watching a lot of those is, man, they sure do draw a lot of art of these characters winking, don't they? This time it kind of seems to be a thing. I don't know. I don't even know if that's that common. But it was just something I noticed at the time. But yep, she's winking right now. Okay, you died at dark. How about if I throw rocks at you? As your steel, that means you should be resistant to the rocks. You don't have very good moves right now, do you? Hopefully you can learn some decent TMs. I really don't want to sit here and chuck a bunch of balls all day. I really don't. So if you could not die immediately to something, surf. Let me throw some waves at you. I didn't press the paralysis button. This should not be taking me this long, but it is. So yeah, they hid Marasa and Aki from you so long that you can't even, like, I think you can find their chibi versions somewhere, but you can find their non-chibi versions first, so like, what's the point? They might do that in Pokemon sometimes too. It's like, what's the point? Why even make it to where I guess it makes filling out the Pokedex easier if you make it to where you can just catch the unevolved form rather than having to breed to get it. So I guess that's why they do it, but it's just very silly when it's like, yep, you had the ability to catch the normal version for a while. You want the unevolved version? Here, you can find this much later out. Alright, you need to not die. Understand? That still did like half your health. But it should be fine. Go in the Ultra Ball. Aki. Go. Dude. There we go. Last member of the team took till part, what is this, 26? Finally get a full team. Preachy by nature, her lectures are long-winded, but they're intended to help oneself improve. Alright. My favorite part of Touhoumon 9 is when Aki rode in on a motorcycle and hit Reimu with a steel pipe. Okay. Now I need to make my way back to whatever the hell. I can put my repel back on now. I don't have my flying bot with me right now. Super repels over here. Probably need to buy some more. Yeah, I only got 3? I thought I bought more than that. Flamethrower? Okay. I wasn't expecting to just find that. I don't know if anyone can use that. And Sora has Flame Punch, so I don't really think it's that useful. But hey, I can check. It's a good move. 95, 100. No. Actually don't know if Aki's a physical or special attacker. Need to find that out later. Can I? Okay, of course. Of course. I just want to get off this route, and of course it's fucking huge. It never ends. Right, we're doing this. I'm gonna skip through you because you don't matter anymore. Button. Because holy shit, just let me get to the part that I give a shit about. Yep. Yep. You certainly exist. Right. This is probably awful to watch, but goddamn it, I want to see my new Pokemon. You're like, actually, you're on a route you can't escape from. Because ledges are a Pokemon feature that exists, and I wish they didn't. Yeah. I need to go back and get that item again. Whatever, I need to explore all of Route 123 again because of that, but just let me get to a Pokemon Center. Where's the nearest Pokemon Center? Why is it so far away? Nearest Pokemon Center! Oh right, it's Mauville. It's all the damn way back in Mauville. Right. Okay. I found a Pokemon Center where I can fly again. And look at my new Pokemon. It's great. It's great. Remember I was going to talk about Fantasy Man Warriors characters I was going to use, and now it's been 24 minutes, and now it seems like I'm just going to delay this topic again. Because things keep happening. Well, I mean, it gives me something to talk about later, I guess. Because at this point it's so late in the part that I can't talk about it now. So you keep audience engagement or something. Right. Faith Psychic. Heightened speed, lowered special defense. Special defense is not that important of a stat, and speed is. So you are definitely a special attacker, which is good. Because I don't have many of those, I think. It's just you and Ron, and then Luna's a mixed attacker. So 1 mixed attacker, 2 special attackers, and 3 physical attackers. It's a pretty good mix. Psybeam. Did Ron learn Psychic from TM or from... It doesn't even matter, you need a Faith type move anyway. What am I doing? Put you back in the party. Except don't put you back in the party, because I want to fly to somewhere first. Fly to... whatever, Fortree? That was the nearest place, right? Fortree. Now, the funny thing is, I'm pretty much immediately going to have to bench someone from the team right now because I need to use Bapple to cut trees. And I'm not giving someone cut. So someone's about to get benched here. Who is it? Who's the highest level right now? Ron is, actually. Alright, Ron. You'll be sitting this one out for a bit. And Aki, she's gonna be switch training for a while. She's level 26. That's pretty low. I don't know why the game refuses to let you show up to Route 123 for so long. There's like, here's some... Why are those ledges there? What did that add? What did it add making me take so long to get Route 103? You could have just put, like... just made it to where I couldn't go to Mount Pyre. Why'd you have to make it to where I couldn't see the rest of Route 123? I swear, some of... I like Hoenn, but some of its route... Some of the way this game is set up makes it just seems like it's purposely made. Just make catching certain Pokemon as annoying as possible. Okay, see if you can find some TMs, because your moveset is kind of garbage. Hate to say it, but yeah. Anything good you can learn here? Do I have any Faith-type moves at all? I really wish they told me what type these moves were, because they just kind of given me a... like a... I guess that dragon, and therefore Faith. I mean, you can learn Psychic, right? Yeah, I can teach you Psychic, but that's not same type attack bonus. So I'd like you to learn at least one move that has same type attack bonus, you know? If you're just spamming Psychic, then you're just Ron again. I'd like you to have a Faith move. I mean, I have a Faith move somewhere, right? But it's like 65 power or something? Not exactly great. Rock Tomb. Mystic Fire. Where's that move? I know I have a move like that. Razor Whiz. Bulk. I had a move that was like Faith type, or did Ron already have that? I thought I taught it to her by TM. Thief, Poison Jab, Facade. Aerial Ace, Rock Tomb, Sims, Flamethrower. Can you learn Flamethrower? Why not? Just teach shit. No, you can't. Shockwave, Spikes, Mana Burst, Dig, Thunderbolt. Can you learn Thunderbolt? Yes. I don't know why. Better than Imprison, whatever stupid move you had. And your only Faith moves Imprison. Glare, Psych Up. This is a terrible moveset, Aki. Like, wow, this is, like, really bad. Impressively so. Razor Wind. Not even a good move. Can't learn it anyway. Ice Beam? Sure. No. Any Multi-Pulse. Bullet Seed, Bulk Up, Toxic Roar. Right, well you also have the the thing I keep forgetting about. Because it's like in my bag somewhere. It's a key item. The link system. Use. Can you relearn anything? Kuze. Yeah, decision. That was the move. That's your faith type move. Decision. 60 power faith type move. That's really the best you've got. It's better than Glare. It's better than Psycho. Wow, you have so little good moves that I'm keeping Glare on you for now. That's... wow. Wow, Icky. Wow. Really, really wow. Well, what can I say? Wow. I really hope you learn better moves eventually. At least I'm really gonna be using Mana Burst. Why does Decision start off with 10 PP? What? Why? Is there an item I can give you? Maybe? In fact, who has held item on right now? Most of the team actually doesn't have any held items. Anything I can give you guys? It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Not really. Heal, but no. Star P. I probably need to sell some stuff in between now. Give Flapjack a special defense boosting item, why not? Yeah, there's nothing in my bag to give anyone. Alright, well that took a lot longer than I was expecting, but hey, we got Kuze, and now that I've got my last team member, what I guess I'll do is I'll continue on to the right of that route with Safari Zone. I might just explore the Safari Zone, just get it done with. And then I'll go back down to Route 1023, and then I'll eventually do Mount Pyre. When will I do that? Who knows? Anyway, that's all for now, bye.